Welcome to the Brothers Banter Podcast. Hang on, I'll get away from the mic. Welcome to the Brothers Banter Podcast. I am sorry and apologize that we did not get on sooner. I guess
That's
this
totally my fault.
this is a little bit of a leeway because I guess we're on vacation and we kind of let things go to pot. But with that being said, my name is Brian, and I am so.
And I mean,
Oh yeah, that's Donnie too.
I mean, I'm a co-host, right? Not an employee.
So glad that y'all are listening in. Anybody that's listening, okay? And you're a little bit, upset because we didn't get on earlier, and I'm sorry. We're 10 minutes late. So, but yes, our podcast is going to be going into New Year's resolutions, okay? But we're going to look. We're going to kind of jump all over the place. So I will kind of talk and whatever for a few minutes just to let a couple people, the hundreds of thousands of millions of people all over the world to listen to our podcast that wait in line to hear us podcast. Here we are. You have now
We almost don't.
The Brothers Banter.
We almost don't have enough bandwidth from all the people that are jumping on.
So does that mean we're going to be getting who else could take us like Joe Rogan, Spotify? We need a competitor to that. Who could be the competitor that we could really lay out there? And I guess I'll present a little bit of a business plan for. Yes, no, we can't be all but we can. We're a pretty good podcast, huh? We get to josh around, joke around, huh? Not everybody can say that. I'm just going to tell you that right out now. Who else can talk? Hey, who else can have a podcast? One person in Florida, one person in Georgia, huh? I mean, think about it. Yeah, I mean, people do.
Lex and Terry.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
they've been doing it for 40 years too. So
it's not Joe Rogan status though. We want to be the, as George would say, the Tony Danza. We want the Tony Danza dollars paycheck. So yes, so if you're online,
Ted.
huh?
Isn't it Ted?
Or Ted Danza. I apologize. So
is it Danza? Ted Danza?
Something like that. You get my idea. If you're watching Seinfeld, you'll know what I mean. So anybody that is listening that happened to tune in, just say hi down in the comments below, and we'll kind of throw you up there on the screen. Going forward, we appreciate y'all listening, and any people that could not make the 8 o'clock cut, it's a good thing we was at 8:10. So can you make the 8:10 cut?
So well, we're late because I had to deal with some errant dogs out there. They're roaming the neighborhood, being mongrels, and supposed to have my little slugger. I had to go save Wendy. She was out there chasing with a pole, and they were aggressive towards her. So
you need to get a cattle prod.
We're gonna handle it with the neighbors. I think I'll probably cattle prod the neighbors. That's about the fourth time they've come up on our property. So.
Can I be part of that conversation? Because I'll ramp it up 10 seconds or less.
I mean, they're old, man. You know what I'm saying? So, actually, the one lady is she's younger, and her and Yellow, they got into a little match.
Hey, Roger, how's it? Roger Kaiser.
Oh, hey, what's up, Roger? Hey, what's up, buddy?
Love of my life, Tammy.
Awesome.
Yeah, so let's just, why don't we just take that? Let's go with that just a minute, because I had an issue with a dog too today. So
did you really?
Yes, I did. And it's some pipsqueak dog from next door, and they don't know how to control it. So Liliana's sitting there riding her bike down the street, and this dog chases her down, which, I mean, he's like a Chihuahua something mixed, Pomeranian, Chihuahua, whatever. So I wanted to get on the bike, which I did, and I wanted to take the dog far, far away so he couldn't find his way back. Okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's what I'm talking about. See, I want to go to the end of the road to where you couldn't see what's going on afterwards, and then all of a sudden you just see me coming back. Huh? That's what I'm talking about. Huh? The
Yeah.
look at Tammy. She said Brian Keith. Yeah. So I was that little dog was something else. I mean, I could think of a lot of things, you know. So you need any help on that? You just let me know. Okay.
No, I've got point 40 reasons that
Okay. Well, I got.
and we've already explained to them that they come back on the property, probably go ahead and unleash the Springfield on them. So
Well, why can't we
yeah.
just? Why can't we just? You know, maybe they just don't show back up at home. You see what I'm saying? Maybe something like that. What
Well,
do you think about that?
yeah, that could be. Now,
Okay.
I'd like to. What I want to do, and I love animals, but when you have animals that you can't control or they get out and they, because I mean, we have other animals in the yard that, you know, like the last time that they were in the yard, they kind of circled on me a little bit. Of course, I had the bat with me, and I was going to bash both their heads in. They're big dogs,
Yeah.
and they're very aggressive. And I will definitely Negan them. I can promise you
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I'll ooh.
Moving from our dog challenges that we had today, let
How was your Christmas?
yeah, I had a good Christmas. Spent the time with the family. We had a well, we didn't go to, as you know, we didn't go to that thing on Friday night, and but we had a good time there. I mean, you know, it was good seeing people that um, some family members you're glad to see. Some others, maybe not so much, but they're there, right? I mean, so we're thankful for them all, as we would say, right? Yeah,
Supposed to say that.
yeah,
Supposed to say that.
yeah. That's why I'm saying it online. But get with
Yeah.
me afterwards. I'll tell you something else. I'm on a roll tonight.
Yeah.
Bing.
I can tell you, man. Sometimes Christmas ain't Christmas without some little bit of drama. So
Let's do a little.
you know.
That's what I'm talking about. So, all right. So, with that being said, I want to do a little bit. I kind of got us a little bit of a thing going. So, what about? Can you name a few, or do you have a couple highlights, or maybe not so? Maybe rough times or something that you don't have to go deep or delve into deeply. But over this past year, you might want to mention anything. I know for me, work wasn't the best. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't the best. But yeah, anything that happened that you want to pick out or put out there, or
um, it was a decent year. We had our first anniversary. We uh went on a nice trip, a couple nice trips in August and September, not August, September, October. Um, you know, we had some friends that lost some loved ones. Uh, you know, we, of course, the economy is in the tank, which that affects us. That affects me and you.
yeah,
You
big
know,
time. Of course
when
it
you
does.
have car counts that are down, but
I think for a lot of people out there, I think that um the economy affected a lot of us this year, especially, man. I mean, try going to the grocery store and getting just a
oh
few
my
things.
gosh, dude, we
Um,
went to Sam's. We had like 6 items. It was like $130. I was like,
yeah. Where's the
how did
rest of
that
our money?
happen?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
And forget,
So,
going out to eat's a whole different other ball. We don't
oh
go
man,
hardly anymore. Can't
we
afford to.
try not to. Yeah,
Yeah,
we try not to. I can tell you that. It's I mean, for the three of us, or even the two of us, it's going to be a $60 date. So it is right now that everything is sky high. Hopefully, uh, because I'm always that guy that's going to be like, listen, it's the left versus the right. All right, it's the Democrats versus the Republicans, and it, the Democrats want high prices, and we don't. But they want to rate. All the money that we got, during all the COVID.
Yeah,
mess
we're
that
paying
was
for now.
going on.
Sure.
Oh yeah, well, you definitely. Oh, it was a tax. I can assure you it was a tax.
Yeah.
You know, now did I enjoy it? You know, I'm not gonna say I didn't. I'm paying for it, but you know what though? Luckily, I'm in a better position than I was back then. You know, to, to be able to, uh, I'm prepared for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, this year
um,
I could definitely say that um, the Lord has definitely opened up some doors for me
whew,
to do
me
things
too.
and to serve Him and to, um, you know, even though things were, you know, I guess you could say kind of in the tank somewhat. I mean, it's not like it was horrible. We could be a lot worse off for sure. But he did open up some doors for me to walk through to do different things. And I'm extremely grateful of that. So between that, I have nothing to complain about. With the hospital visit we just had not too long ago, that was a scary thing. And I am so grateful that things worked out the way they did and the way we ended up this year. We could
Yeah.
be a lot worse. Yes. Do we have things that probably need to be done, fixed around the house, and that we're holding off? Yeah, we're a little bit tighter with our money because of groceries, because of gas fluctuating, because of prices in general that are high. That you're kind of holding on to that dollar a little bit longer. Um, because you don't, even if the house may need a repair, well, it can hold off for another month, that type thing. But other than that, I've been blessed. I can't complain at all.
I'm of the opinion if it doesn't affect your, you know, your sewage, your water, or your lights, or safety, it can wait. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people
So
this year for sure.
yeah, yeah, and you know, we just, I mean, we're not, I'm not as tight with it as Wendy is, but she does the bills, and you know, so she
Well,
kind of
that's the
keeps
same
an eye
way.
on things, and she's like, "Look, you're reeling your spending a little bit." You know, I'm like, "Okay," you
Well,
know,
yeah, well,
so
that's actually a good combination to have as far as marriage goes because, I'm like Wendy in that sense, and Tammy would probably maybe be more like you in that sense, but you do have to have those two different characteristics to offset each other, which is a good thing. That's not a bad thing. So, yes,
oh
so
yeah.
that's
So
that's
one of the highlights for me, I'm gonna brag on Wendy a little bit. You know, this year she started her own business, you know, and uh she is gonna do really well. And you know, she's a very talented artist, and uh I just can't I just can't express how proud I am of her, of what she's done, and we prepared for that this week to get, her first show is, I mean, her first festival is Saturday, and you know, I look forward to seeing her in action, and you know, that in her element. You know, it's gonna be something else. You
so. Do you wanna put a plug in for that as well, where it's
oh,
gonna
most definitely. So it's gonna be at St. Thomas Island at the pier, um, and it
does
is.
no co it doesn't cost anything to get in, right?
No, it's free. It's a festival. There's a bunch of tents around. A bunch of different vendors are going to be out there. I'm sure there'll be some food vendors and some other artists and stuff like that. Uh, it is from 10 to 6 this Saturday, and the name of her company is Meriday K. That's K with a CAY. Um, she's she's an artist, and she just, if you go to meridayk.com, uh, you will see her amazing work, and you will see uh, just her passion, and it shows in her work what kind of passion she has for it. So I'm very proud of her, and um, yep. She just said 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. free admission. Yep. Good job.
So, yeah,
And so,
I will put this in there as well. If anybody else has some things, and that maybe that's something we need to think about sharing with our fans a little bit. maybe, or the people or listeners, I guess you call them fans. I don't want to seem presumptuous, but maybe if you do have something going on the weekend, whether it be a car show, whether it be, like this right here, just kind of, listen in, tag us in on it. Hopefully, preferably during the podcast. That way we can put it up online and we
Yep.
can showcase that. And that's free publicity for you as far as getting it out there, getting the word out there, and possibly getting some more people, to show up. So,
And what we ask is that you share our podcast. If you're going to advertise on it, share it
sure.
and tell people to listen up because this is we can help each other.
Well, make sure also it helps a big time, like on Facebook, if you follow our page, on YouTube, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if, like for instance, on the different platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube,
Twitter.
Instagram, Twitter, if you could just, like and comment, that makes a big, big, big difference as far as the analytics go and all that stuff, and kind of shows that we're making some kind of progress out there. Um, all right. So moving forward, and I'll put this out there for anybody that's listening. Excuse me. So every year, what's the first thing you think? One of the first things you think of, or I think of, is people always put out their New Year's resolutions. What they want to do, what they want to achieve, what they want to, accomplish. And one of mine is probably a real popular one for sure. And the one of the ones I put down was, as far as, maybe getting a little bit in shape. I've lost weight. I like the weight. I mean, I'm probably the lightest I've weighed in probably 15 years, but if I can actually now get that in shape a little bit, that would be one of mine that I would like to go with. And if you do have a resolution that you'd like to share with us, make sure you drop it in the comments, and we'll be glad to put it up there for you. So, what about you? Any anything you got right off the top of your head? Have you even thought about that thus far, or what?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So I've talked um, about getting more involved in church, which I did this past year. Uh, I started doing a getting up and behind that pulpit and speaking to a congregation. That's something else. And you talk about something out of my wheelhouse. That's even though I was prepared, I wasn't prepared. If that, what I'm saying, I wasn't mentally prepared, and so it makes, I love it. Don't get me wrong, and trust me, I pray. You know, there's a guy at church that he's like, what are your triggers, to pray? My trigger is, every morning, as I'm headed back into town, uh, I stop and get gas at Sam's, and I get on 95, and as soon as I'm on 95, good, that's my trigger to start prayer. Because I'm asking God to bless my food and that kind of stuff, and then I just go through everything that I pray for, and I prayed for God to use me more in my church, and boy, let me tell you something, He indeed has. As you know as well, our pastor passed away right before Christmas, um, and his mother-in-law passed away 3 days before that, and their dog passed away like 2 weeks before that. So now the pastor's wife at one point in her household had 4 heartbeats. Now she has one. And it's right before Christmas, so it was tough. Well, now all the men are gonna have to step up and 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 start preaching until we can get us another minister. So, you know, when I've talked about that, me preparing a sermon, that kind of stuff. So looks like 2024 could be, could be very well that, me getting behind the pulpit and preaching.
I got you.
Woo!
Well,
That's tough.
yeah, for sure. And well, anytime for me getting up in front of people, I mean, you figure from where I was 20 years ago and not being able to talk to the person in front of him, much less, talking in front of people. And, just like this past, what was it, October, whatever, when I had to make announcements on the mic, I was terrified because,
Yeah.
there were several hundred people there. And that in itself is a feat. I know most people say, I can talk in front of everybody or big crowds. Well, that's good. That's something that you don't have to work on. But for
Yeah.
me, that's something I have to work on, and not one thing do I ever, um, one thing that I never take for granted um, is opportunities God lays out for me. I, there's nothing more satisfying than being chose to do something for Him, for sure. So yeah, I mean that was a big thing for me. I mean, because we've done a lot this year, that's related to the church as well. I actually started with the girls today. I've got both of them thinking. I expect probably more so from my oldest daughter than my youngest, but I do have my oldest that I told her probably by the end of January, I want her to submit to me a um, something that she can sell or come up with and sell, and basically give me a business plan on. She actually is in a class that's one of her classes is entrepreneurship,
That's
and
awesome.
so I'm going to get her to do that, and I'm gonna get my little one involved as well. And I don't want any of their money, which I've never in any way, shape, or form taken their money, but I do tell them that they will have to tithe, and then that for Maya, that could go for a car for her a couple years down the road. Because one thing
Oh yeah.
that's old school about me that a lot of people said, man, just go out and buy your daughter a car, and no, that's not going to happen. She's going to work for it. Now, whether I have to chip in, she will have to pay me back because I don't believe in giving them because I don't think they're as respectful and as something
Responsible.
given to you. And they're going to
Right.
work for it. But yeah, I've got them started on that. And that whole thing coming up with some kind of passive income, I'm going to be looking at as well. Somewhere, somehow,
Yeah.
something. Um,
Yeah.
because for us, we can have one good month and then one bad month and then one good month or two bad months, and that hurts our paycheck a lot. So
Oh yeah. Big
um
time. Big time.
so definitely I want to look into maybe making a little bit of passive income. So that's another resolution of mine, coming up with some kind of a thing, whether it be like with the stud service, the dog, which is he's at the right age now, so I can start doing that. So yeah, that's a little bit what we got going on moving forward. You got anything else?
I can tell you, going back 20 years, would you have ever thought 20 years ago when me and you were sitting on that counter at Jack's Beach that I would be where I'm at today? Um, behind the pulpit.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought that?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, because let me tell you, I was on the way to busting hell wide open, man. You know what I'm saying? And so now where I'm at spiritually, it's just a complete 180 from when we first met that long time ago. And I'm thankful, and I've prayed for it, and let me tell you, God answers prayers. Now, there's also unanswered prayers, as you well know. And it's not a no, it's just a not yet, and
Well, some of them are no. If you
yeah,
if you ask the Lord, hey Lord, I would like to have $500 billion. Well, maybe not
yeah,
that. Let's try about 1,000. Let's see how you
yeah,
like. So
yeah,
yeah, I
let's
think
try
there
that.
are those, but
Yeah. So getting more involved in church, getting getting more organized at church for me. stepping in, doing some things. Um, you know, I mentioned something the other day uh, during our communion meditation that we need more Joshuas and more, you know, to step forward. Just we need more laborers uh, in our church, and we need to pray for that.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's,
there's
that's
they often say that 20% of the members do 80% of the work a lot of times, and that's the truth.
let me tell you, that is the truth.
Yeah.
I've heard that before, never experienced it, but you're right about that.
Yeah.
It's yeah,
So another
you know,
thing that I want to work on a little bit more, and I know me and you've talked to it a little bit this year is, we've got a bull run coming up, and I
yeah,
want to work on a little bit more crypto portfolio by the end of the year, because that's when it's really probably by June you're going to start seeing a ramp up a little bit, and things won't drop back down as quick. You're already starting to see that a little bit with XRP and Cardano and stuff like that. I actually got my son signed up and hooked up on that tonight as well. Um,
okay, cool,
so yeah, so that's another one of my things. Just take a little bit of money. Everybody can take a little bit, whether it be $5, $10 a week or something like that, and
yeah,
put towards something that you're going to be able to make some money off of. And that's another avenue of passive income I definitely want to get into and mess with. Um, but
I can't get into my Uphold account for some reason, so I've had to
oh wow,
email them. Yeah,
do you know? The main reason we went through Uphold, right?
XRP.
Yeah. Do you know XRP's on crypto.com now?
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Can I transfer it?
Yes, you can. Yep.
Okay. Well, once I get back
I
into
think
Uphold, I'll go ahead and
I think
transfer everything over
better
to
website.
crypto.com.
Now, not to get off on that, which we can do different podcast on that, but one thing I definitely do is I would possibly think about I think it's Coinbase. The only reason why is you can get a free credit card, which is basically it's a loadable card that you're using your crypto. So once you get what you want and you want to transfer it to USD, you can use it just like a credit card, and it comes right off out of that money. So
Okay.
it basically it's a self load type thing. So and you can actually load it and use it. We used
Oh, darn. Okay.
yeah, we had my oldest daughter went to a church thing down in Orlando, and we kind of gave her a certain amount of money. Well, we put it on the card, and it actually we gave her cash because we wasn't sure how that was going to load, and we loaded it. And you can change. I could change the PIN number to whatever you wanted. Like literally, you could pick a 4-digit code, and that's that. And you could change it daily if you wanted it. So so yes, that's definitely what I want to get a little bit more into. Um, Crypto, more and more people are scared of that, but they're going to find out how much it's going to be used here shortly, because there's
Yeah.
all that banks and wire transfers and all that stuff. You could do it faster through crypto. So that's going to be a
Yeah.
thing now. Um, so yeah, my in shape is what I wanted. Passive income, side hustle. If I can come up with another yeah, I could do. Have you ever? I know you have watched these videos, because I'm bad as anybody, especially on my vacation week. I sit there and flip the phone. I'm flipping through the phone, and it says, "Hey, what do you do for a living? What kind of money?" Now,
Oh,
whether
yeah.
people are actually lying or not, I don't know. But there's a lot of younger people. Of course, they make money off the stupidest things,
Well,
and
a lot of people are doing. I have a friend of mine that's doing Amazon uh, something. Um,
which
like
you're doing product reviews for Amazon, kind of like.
yeah, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So, and you have to buy it to be able to review it, but you know, then when you get up on the list, then you don't have to buy it; they just send it to you.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah,
yeah, and
your
then
channel grows to a certain subscriber account and all that type thing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah,
So
um,
other than that, yeah, that's pretty much all I had really set up for this week. Um, do you got anything
but we're
more?
looking for yeah, we're looking for some big things, man. With the brothers banter coming up this year, man. We uh, we just
We also
asked
need to
that
get into some uh s- sponsorships and figure out how that's going to play out as well.
most definitely. So that's why it's very important, that our listeners um, share, 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 and and share again. Repost, post it to everything that you have, and you know, just kind of rely on you guys to do that for us to get us out there because we have y'all have friends that we not have in common, So it's just if we want to monetize this, then we need to, we need your help. So
Yeah, well, our biggest following is in Jacksonville and
yeah,
surrounding, but keep in mind, even some of these bigger corporations and other companies that are outside of Jacksonville are in the, let's say, is strictly in the U.S. Well, we've probably upwards of 450 cities that we're in. So that would play to someone's advantage that are in some of these other states. Now we're more in depth on probably certain states you wouldn't even believe, but more so than others. But that is a different outlook as well because we do cover quite a bit of the U.S. and even outside the U.S. We do have
yeah,
some real loyal listeners outside the U.S. as well. So
yeah.
yeah, that's
I
something
think what it's just going
we
to
need
take is
to do.
me and you sending letters to different corporations and seeing if they're, because we just need to be able to run an ad. You know what I'm saying? And I think that would.
Yes.
I don't
So
know the ins and outs of it, but but we can work on that.
okay. Anything else you got?
No, man, that's it. Just gonna enjoy the festival on Saturday. You guys come on out. Hopefully, you and Taylor gonna be able to come out.
Is there a game on Saturday?
There maybe.
Is
Um,
it not the
that's
Florida
like that's
or
like the
the
29th or the
yeah, Georgia FSU?
that's the oh, I guess yeah, maybe
I
so.
think it is.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, it's not going to be a great game because I think everybody's
Well, yeah.
on both teams are not playing.
Yeah.
Because I mean FSU's so pissed off about um about not making it into the playoffs.
Oh,
But I
Georgia
mean they
is
stink.
wait,
You
Georgia's not
know,
happy about it either, so
well,
but who
I
they're
mean,
with and
yeah,
who they're having to play.
yeah. I mean Georgia deserved to be there. I feel like over Washington. That's just my opinion.
Gotcha.
But of course, New Year's Day is Alabama and Michigan. Um, a lot of people are rooting for Michigan. Fine, I can feel the hate. We love it, and come on with it. You have a coach in Harbaugh that is about to probably go to the NFL, so all his players are probably going to go. So
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. But all I can say is roll tide, and uh, hopefully they come out on top.
All right, buddy. So we catch us excuse me, catch us next week.
Yep.
Same time, same bat channel. Well, hopefully we're going to be right at 8. But
Yeah. Hopefully we're not going to have any issues. So
and we appreciate you listening, tuning in, and don't forget to like, subscribe, listen, share, and get us out there. And we'll see you next week.
appreciate y'all. Happy New Year.
Peace.
We're out.